him, Pugliarvi, these guys are available. Paul can make those moves, and he hasn't yet. So I think that the answer would be either he's waiting to see how much money he has left on Fiala and Eriksson Ek, and then would maybe swing something, or he just has no interest in them. I mean, there's a reason why none of these guys have been acquired by anybody of the 30 other teams in the league.
I appreciate everybody who sends in Twitter questions. We're not going to get to all of them. We never do. But our next show is going to be, early, mid next week?
July 31st.
No, aren't we doing one of the 23rd?
Oh, yeah. We're going to do on Tuesday the 23rd.
Right, so we're going to have another show here soon. So if I didn't get your Twitter question today, we're going to take a lot more Twitter questions early next week. So get them in, and we will get to them.
I'll break down the Trampled by Turtles concert.
Thank you for doing that. So let's wrap up today's show with one more Twitter question. With the need for right shot wing, is it that hard for a center to play wing, or any of them right shot? When everybody's healthy, who are the healthy scratches, you think?
I mean, I know who I think it should be. I think it should be Victor Rask, but I also think Paul Fenton wants him to play. But I think Rask should be the odd guy out. And I do like Cunnin at center, and Eriksson Ek at fourth line, and then it's basically the depth chart that I've put on the Athletic. A lot of the ways. I mean, it's a lot harder. It's a lot easier for a wing to go to a center to go to the wing than a wing that's not used to it to go to center. But the Wild right now look like they are going to, without a doubt, the way they're built right now, going to have two left shot guys on the right side. And what I've written this. It is a little strange. Paul keeps on calling Fiala a natural right wing, but he barely played right wing according to the data, at least. Like, if you look at, there's no way to really look back unless you're charting it every night what position that he played in Nashville. But when I ask people there, they're like, well, the entire last year before he was traded, he played left wing. And if you look at his shot charts, the way that he took pucks out of his own end and the way he shot pucks in the offensive zone, it leads you to believe that he always, for the most part, played left wing there. So if he's a natural right wing, Nashville certainly didn't play him at his natural position. And Donato, all these guys are going to always say, I could play left or right, but Donato, same thing. It looks like he's going to have to play the right side now, either right side for him or right side for Zucker or right side for Greenway, just the way they're built. And if Cunnin's on the right wing, then all of a sudden Rask has to be in the lineup, and probably one of those guys on a two-way contract, meaning Greenway or Donato, have to start in the minors. So it's just a bit of a disjointed thing. There's always going to be, or not always, but there's usually going to be injuries in camp, so this gives them a little more depth, and all of a sudden maybe things will make, 3 weeks into camp, we can see one of these guys hurt, and it's going to make a lot more sense. I mean, remember the one camp where Mikael Granlund walks into camp on a sprained ankle that he got training, then he gets back, and the practice before opening night in Detroit strains his groin and misses the first couple games of the season. So there's always injuries. So there could come a point this season that we're all going to look back on this and laugh that we were all concerned about having Victor Rask on the lineup where, a couple injuries and this guy could be second line center. So I think that's what Paul Fenton is also trying to say is, look, you can't have too many of these guys. And but the thing that my big thing is that if Victor Rask is fourth line center and not getting power play time and only getting 7 or 8 minutes a night, there's just no way that he's going to suddenly resurrect his career, and all of a sudden you're going to buy him out in a year anyway. So it's just, it's just a disjointed lineup right now. There's not a lot of obvious pieces that you see fitting at this moment. It's, as Bruce says, a Rubik's Cube, and maybe Brady Boudreau will figure it out.
7 o'clock, July 31st at Tin Shed. Our next live show. We'll also do a Twitter-driven show next week, so send those questions in early next week. We appreciate our sponsors, our listeners, and check out everything at TalkNorth.com. Thanks to Brandon, our producer. Talk to you next week.
Pretty little city built on a hillside. Music in the bars and fire in the sky. We went to the beach and it was covered in